Cup tie at Weldon Road, Castleford. The two teams taking the field, Widnes out first, followed by Castleford. Well, when you left, like I said, the half-time score, the home team Castleford 6, league leaders, Widnes second in Division 1, 22. It will not need any pep talk whatsoever from Doug Lawton to the Widnes players. They must know precisely what they have to do in the second half to secure a place in the quarter-finals of the Challenge Cup. Joe Grimmer on the touchline here, awaiting his recall to this game. In the meantime, Castleford with a full-back on the 25, a kick downfield deep into the Widnes half, taken by Rick Thackeray, who has 6 or 7 Castleford men to face, and he takes play just over his own 25. Joe Grimmer back into the fray for Widnes. Joe Grimmer, probably the best forward on the field in the first half. And Castleford just getting their solitary try during that 10 minutes that Joe Grimmer spent in the sin bin. Now Kaloto. So Widnes on their own 25. Mike O'Neill. Excellent run by Mike O'Neill. Just the type of player to have in your side now with this lead. Now Phil McKenzie with a short kick from the play the ball, trying to kick the ball on again. The ball going past the full-back. And a good recovery from the full-back David Rockley. So again, with a minute gone of this second half, Widnes bring play up towards the Castleford 25. Andy Currier bringing down Tony Marchant. Kevin Beardmore trying to go himself. But Kaloto and Andy Currier bringing to ground. Now Kevin Ward. Obviously Castleford will be looking to Kevin Ward for some inspiration in his second half. He had a good last 10 minutes to the first half, but up until then Joe Grimmer had the man right in his pocket. Long kick again by Castleford, trying to keep play down in the Widnes 25. Alan Tate safely gathering the ball, but being tackled by the number 4, Sean Owen. Phil McKenzie from half-back again. Not many teams in the first division have any answer to Phil McKenzie when he decides to go from the acting half-back. And Widnes with the 3 tackles there, bringing play well up towards halfway. Good driving by Widnes. McKenzie again to Kaloto. Kaloto, but a good tackle by Kevin Ward on Kaloto. So the last tackle signalled by the referee. Mr. Cross right on halfway. Widnes throw the ball back to Alan Tate. He kicks the ball. Well, Shane Hurrow is rifled into touch by Martin O'Fire. Well, many of us at Widnes believe that Martin O'Fire is unfairly criticised for his defensive qualities, and there was nothing wrong with that tackle on his opposite number, Shane Hurrow. Rifled right into touch just on halfway. So it's a scrum down then, 10 yards in from the touchline. Ward and Grimmer not settling down properly, and indeed the referee deciding on a penalty for Castleford, and in fact Castleford get another 10 yards for Widnes not releasing the ball quickly enough for the referee's lighting, and it will be Martin Kettridge who kicks the ball towards the Widnes line, and a chance then for Castleford. With about 4 minutes of this first half gone, Keith England drives at the Widnes line. So Castleford starting the second half as they finish the first, camped on the Widnes line. Kevin Ward. A long pass to Marchant, who comes back inside looking for some support. Well, good tackling from the Widnes cover, but Widnes under some pressure again then. Castleford with men available on the left. A long pass. Chapman goes for the corner. And the referee saying that he was tackled behind the line without getting the ball down. And Widnes doing very well to deal with that pressure from Castleford. And so it'll be Andy Currier with the dropout underneath his own post.
I like it. Run on, run on.
The ball coming up towards the halfway where Horo fields the ball, runs at fire, and Phil McKenzie takes play towards the Widnes 25. Keith England then driving again at Mike O'Neill and Coloso. Southernwood to Gibbs, the Australian second row man. Castleford still then with this pressure. Southernwood, Anderson, long pass to Chapman. Sails into touch, and that will be a scrum down with the Widnes put in midway between the Widnes 25 and their own try line. 5 minutes gone then of this second half, and the ball comes out to Widnes through David Hume, or rather Paul Hume, his brother, playing in an unfamiliar role of scrum half this afternoon and doing very well in that role. Obviously Coach Doug Lawton thinking that Paul Hume's tremendous tackling ability could be used in this game to full effect, and up to now the correct decision. Martin Ofire then coming into the game for the first time, but that by no means a runnable pass. Derek Pike, well tackled by Kevin Ward and Keith England. Widnes then camped just inside their own 25. Richard Earls with a superb pass to David Hume. Widnes then, when they want to, they just move that ball along the line, and they have, with their speed, Castleford floundering. So a good tackle by Gibbs on Richard Earls on the halfway line. Results in a turnover, and Beadmore will play the ball for Castleford just inside the Widnes half. Horo tackled very strongly by Coloto, and in fact Horo appeared to take a knock in that tackle. Ketteridge, good tackle by Mike O'Neill. Kevin Ward trying to switch the play round for Castleford. Throws the ball back for any supporting Castleford player, and in fact Castleford running round in ones and in circles, and really untidy play by Castleford. The Southernwood doing very well to relieve the situation, and in fact set up Castleford, having the 6 tackles. White, Keith England switches play back inside to the supporting Rockley. So a good spell again from Castleford as they drive towards the Widnes post. John Joyner switches it back inside to Beardmore. Now to Tony Marchant. Widnes again having to call on all the qualities as the best defensive side in the First Division. This pressure as Kevin Ward races towards the Widnes post. So Castleford through Joyner moving the ball to the right. Anderson switches it back inside. So the last tackle then. Widnes doing very well to hold Castleford out here. A kick through by Joyner. That ball going over the dead ball line. And Widnes coping with that situation very well. So just under half an hour of this match remains, and it's still Castleford 6, Widnes 22. Joe Grimmer, tackled by Keith England. Widnes just outside their own 25 in midfield. Throw the ball back to Alan Tate. A long kick downfield, making the full-back turn, and the ball making it into the Castleford 25. Full-back finds Horo in support, who runs round the outside of David Hume. Andy Courier chasing right across the field, but Chapman tries to come inside, and good harassing by the Widnes tacklers. And finally Rick Thackeray brings down the Castleford wingman just inside his own 25.
On again, lads, on again. Knock him down.
Some very good tackling by Widnes in this early part of the second half. John Joyner to Ketteridge. Coloto, an excellent copybook tackle round the legs, bringing the Castleford second row man to ground. Ketteridge plays it to himself and takes play just over halfway. Certainly the Castleford forwards driving very well in ones, but the support play not nearly as good as Widnes. And the referee decides a knock on by Alan Tate. An awkward bounce as he went to recover that kick through. It caught his hand And in fact, the referee quite rightly saying that that was a knock-on. In fact, Alan Tate taking a knock in that tackle. Looks like an ankle knock for Alan Tate. So it's a scrum down midway between the halfway. Martin Ketteridge should take a kick for goal, even though the scoreline is 6 points to 22. So perhaps just for the moment some respite for the Widnes defence. They've been under a bit of pressure early in the second half from Castleford. Castleford obviously knew they had to do something very early in the second half to make any impression on that scoreline, and the result of that being that Martin Ketteridge, after 11 minutes of this second half, takes the obviously I would think that Widnes are a professional enough side not to get too complacent with that lead that they took early in the game. Some superb rugby took them into a 22 points to 0 lead after 22 minutes. Since then, Castleford have done all the scoring, albeit that it's only 8 points. So we're left with a scoreline of Castleford 8, Widnes 22. On the Castleford 25, Keith England, tackled by Joe Grimmer. A little bit of frustration showing in one or two of the Castleford forwards' faces here. Not making any headway at all against some power tackling by the Widnes pack, and also two excellent tackling halfbacks in the Yoon brothers. Joe Grimmer having an excellent game for Widnes today. His tackling been quite superb, and also tallied with some superb running in the first half. Rick Thackeray then fields the ball for Widnes, trying to go round John Joyner, failing to do so. So Widnes again 10 yards from their own line. It will be Alan Tate from halfback making a run, was met by Gibbs. Derek Pike. Castleford forwards charging into Widnes here, perhaps sensing that Widnes are being a bit too complacent with the situation. And Kevin Ward and Keith England bring down Paul Yoon. Widnes making no headway at all. Phil McKenzie from halfback looking for support. The referee signals that it's the sixth tackle. Widnes must move the ball downfield. But a decision again by Mr. Cross, incensing the Widnes crowd, saying that Widnes unfairly played that ball, and in fact used a player unfairly as a foil, and that results in Martin Ketteridge with a penalty attempt on the Castleford 20, on the Widnes 25 rather, right in front of the Widnes posts. Martin Ketteridge then with his penalty attempt, sweetly between the posts.
Castleford penalty goal, number 11, Martin Jeffrey.
Castleford now move within 12 points of Widnes as they take the score to 10 points to Castleford, 22 to Widnes. Widnes could do now with halting this flow of Castleford points, albeit that they're in dribs and drabs.
Oh, well in, lad, well in.
They could do with checking this progress by Castleford and in fact being the next team to score.
Well in, boys.
In the meantime, play is midway between the Castleford try line and the 25 and Kettridge. Perhaps Castleford now running with a bit more spring in the step, having get 10 points on the board when everything seemed to be lost in the first quarter of the game. A good kick. Alan Tate fields that ball, making a run towards his own 25. But a good tackle by Tony Marchant on Tate, just inside the Widnes 25. Martin afire from half-back. But he's tackled by 3 Castleford players. Paul Hume trying to get his brother away. Now Coloto. A ridiculous decision by the referee, saying a knock on, but the ball did not even go to ground during that pass from Widnes. Really, the referee doing his best to keep Castleford in the game at the moment, with some astonishing decisions as far as the Widnes crowd are concerned. So then again, Castleford then on the Widnes 25. A chance to put more pressure on the Widnes line. Keith England. Widnes must put these decisions behind them and settle down. Kevin Ward races at the Widnes defence. Tries to offload the ball, but a Widnes man picks up the loose ball. Derek Pike doing very well to pick up the loose ball for Widnes. The referee on that occasion saying that loose ball went backwards. Well, David Hume. Castleford charging in though with some tremendous tackles, trying to keep Widnes down on their own line. Coloto. Strong run from Coloto. Phil McKenzie with a good kick from inside his own 25. Takes play up towards halfway line. So it's a scrum down. Just inside the Widnes half. Castleford get the ball again. Castleford really having a good spell. And quite a bit of that is due to some strange refereeing decisions. Kettridge then. Tackled by Richard Ayres and by Paul Hume. Now Marchant going himself. Mike O'Neill brings him to ground with the help of Derek Pike on the Widnes 25. John Joyner. Now the fullback joins the line. Obviously John Joyner, the playmaker with this Castleford side. Most of the time he's first receiver and players running off him. Gibbs, the Australian second row man, takes play. Kevin Ward offloads the ball again for Castleford. Throwing the ball to the left. Tony Marchant looking for Chapman. Finds him. Runs at the Widnes line. But he's held up now by Courier. So on the last tackle, Castleford a chance. Tony Marchant kicking through. The referee deciding that that ball only hit a Widnes player, and it will be the turnover to Widnes, 10 yards from their own line. Widnes are really having to call on all the character here under some severe pressure from the home side.
Attention please, we have a little line who is lost. He's come to the ground with Mr. Summer Hill, who is being collected at the his office. We'll see him home, please at his office. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Cross has given Castleford yet another penalty, this time for apparently well, the second half, Widnes seem as if they're not getting anything whatsoever from the officials this afternoon, and shades of that Central Park clash with Wigan in the third round last year beginning to loom as the clock comes up to halfway through this second half. Martin Kettridge bangs over another penalty for Castleford. Widnes lead. Castleford 12, Widnes 22. Most of those points for Castleford have come from decisions by the referee, who has given them penalties in kickable positions. Widnes could do with being the next on the score sheet for sure. 20 minutes left then of this compelling cup tie here at Weldon Road, Castleford, and it's Castleford who have had the major part of possession in the second half through Keith England on their own 25. Now Gibbs. Kevin Ward. Kevin Ward had a good second half for Castleford, looking for support from Beadmore. Now the crowd getting behind Castleford. They feel that they can get back into this game. A kick through from the fullback. Alan Tate must get across to that ball, which he does. Marchant brings him to ground 10 yards from the Widnes line. Paul Hume from halfback. Well, it seems as though Widnes have spent most of the second half inside their own 25, and a loose ball again from Mike O'Neill, putting severe pressure on Widnes. Kevin Ward drives at the Widnes line, but a marvellous tackle from Paul Hume. Castleford then still with 5 tackles. Keith England. Half of this pressure is being brought on by themselves, Widnes, with some loose passes as well. Gibbs. A superb tackle by the Widnes captain, David Hume. But still it's Castleford moving to the left. Ketteridge passes the ball inside, going for the line, but some superb tackling on Sean Irwin by Widnes. Hold him up on the Widnes line. The referee calling for a trainer. 2 players appear to be hurt in that tackle. Sean Irwin, the Castleford number 4, appears to have been hurt in that tackle, and also a Widnes player. John Joyner, the Widnes, the Castleford captain, signalling that a stretcher is not needed, thankfully. Although indeed the Widnes player's got to his feet, and it's still the Castleford player that's down right on the Widnes try line. Sean Irwin hurt there as he made a charge toward the Widnes line, where 3 or 4 Widnes desperate tacklers brought him to a halt right on the Widnes line. Nobody, home or away supporters, likes to see a player taken away from a terrific game like this with an injury on a stretcher. Let's hope that that injury to young Irwin is not as serious as perhaps it may look. So Castleford in the meantime bring on substitute number 14, Mark Gibson. And Gibbs will play the ball right on the Widnes line, throwing it back to Joyner. Now Kevin Ward, but Joe Grimmer pinches the ball from Kevin Ward's grasp and takes play up to the Widnes 25. Now Phil McKenzie from halfback, finding Derek Pike. Widnes still throwing the ball around on their own 25 when you feel perhaps that it calls to keep the ball a little tighter with a quarter of an hour of this game remaining. Phil McKenzie. Mike O'Neill. Superb run by Mike O'Neill, but just couldn't get the ball away to a supporting Joe Grimmer. Takes play just inside the Castleford half of the field. Phil McKenzie with an excellent kick from a half-back position. The ball, unluckily though, unbelievably keeping in play. That ball looked to well be going in touch, and it just unbelievably bounced back in play to allow Horo to field the ball just outside his own try line. So Widnes must keep Castleford up here for a bit of a spell, you feel. They've had to do some tremendous amount of tackling in this second half. They've worked like Trojans, Widnes, to defend that lead that they built up so very well in the first half. Kettridge. The substitute, Mark Gibson, a judge to have knocked that ball on. And for the first time for a very long time in the second half, the ball is inside the Castleford half, and a scrum down. Now the Widnes fans on the bank behind that goal, trying to get behind their team with one last surge of effort to defend this lead that they've so richly deserved in the first half. Widnes get that ball from the scrummage, but the referee says that the scrummage not to his liking, and will have to put the ball in again. Paul Hume feeds the scrum. It comes out to Widnes. He moves the ball to his brother David. Widnes lose 10 yards from that scrummage and have the ball in centre field, midway between halfway and the 25. Andy Courier from halfback finds Caloto. Emerson Caloto. Fire in the second half. A man with a big reputation. By Emerson Caloto, breaking 2 or 3 Castleford tackles, looks outside, and there's Martin Afire to race the 10 yards remaining to the Castleford line, to what is surely be the clinching try of this scintillating cup tie. Andy Courier then with 9 minutes left on the clock has a chance to push Widnes into what virtually is an unassailable lead with about 8 or 9 minutes left of this cup tie. So Andy Courier then, right in the face of a strong wind. The ball drifting just wide of the far upright. Castleford 12, Widnes 26. You would think now that that was possibly the clinching try. All the hard work, all the effort from Castleford in the first half hour of this second half. And then that man, Martin Afire, with his 99th try in rugby league. A kick through by Afire. Well, the referee quite rightly saying that Phil McKenzie was in an offside position when he got that ball from that kick through by Martin Afire. And that results in a free kick to Castleford on the Widnes 25. Southernwood plays the ball to himself. Penalty again to Castleford. Referee deciding that Widnes would not allow him to play the ball. Castleford then move the ball to the right. A long pass. And the referee has awarded Sean Horo a try for Castleford. What a cup tie this has been. Just about 6 or 7 minutes left of this match. And Shane Horrow scores a try for Castleford, wide out on the right-hand touchline. Well, the paying fans this afternoon treated to a bevy of tries. The Widnes team behind the post huddling for a tactical talk, obviously, with the captain David Hume. They know exactly what must be done in this final 6 or 7 minutes. In the meantime, Martin Ketteridge has this very difficult conversion attempt from out wide on the right-hand touchline. And what a cheer will go up round this packed stadium if Ketteridge can convert this one for Castleford. And a superb kick indeed by Ketteridge. Castleford doing exactly what they needed to do as well, and bring the scoreline back to 18 points to 26. Tremendous atmosphere in this ground. It was...
Some of the try boys, they're rubbish. Let's have them.
Widnes still have that tally of 5 tries to 2. But those penalties by Martin Ketteridge keeping Castleford just in touch. So play between the Castleford 25 and halfway. Throwing it back to the fullback Rockley. A long kick downfield. Castleford must play right down deep in the Widnes field. And Alan Tate, very cool, watching that ball cross the dead ball line so that Widnes have a tap on their own 25. Caloto, the man who made that try for Martin O'Fire, with a superb charge at the Castleford line. Again, racing in at the defence. Now Mike O'Neill. Well, before the start of this game, the media had it that Castleford had the edge in the forwards and Widnes perhaps the edge in the backs. But today, the Widnes pack have been equal, if not a lot better than the Castleford 6. A superb kick by Alan Tate. Puts pressure on the fullback Rockley, deep inside his own 25. And again, Martin O'Fire and Darren Wright bring into ground. Some tired legs now in the Castleford forwards. And Martin O'Fire, to the delight of the Widnes following, bring down Horrow. Now the substitute Gibson takes play just over the 25. And a superb tackle by Joe Grimmer and Mike O'Neill. And Widnes find themselves with the ball. David Hume, the Widnes captain, going himself. And Gibbs, the Australian second row man, obviously punching David Hume in the face. And a man with a big reputation from Australia has really been the quietest of all the forwards on the field. Phil McKenzie. Alan Tate joins the line, looking for support. The referee deciding that was a knock-on by Alan Tate. The ball just knocked out of his grasp as he was looking for the support from the Widnes players. But some good play by Widnes as the clock ticking away now. Maybe 2 or 3 minutes left of this enthralling cup tie. Play inside the Castleford 25. Anderson thrown down by Richard Ears and David Hume. Joiner to Ketteridge, but it's a long way up the field, and Emerson Caloto takes the intercept that finally puts the nail in the Castleford coffin. The 6th try for Widnes. The Castleford players in despair, dragging themselves back to the goal line as Widnes march into the 3rd round of the Challenge Cup at the expense of the league leaders. Well, during this second half, Widnes have virtually only been in the Castleford 25 twice and have scored on both those occasions. Terrific play by Widnes. Andy Courier then with this conversion for Widnes, which I would think probably doesn't matter. In the meantime, Widnes making a substitution. Of the afternoon, with about 2 minutes left of this cup tie. Derek Pike, who's had worked like a Trojan this afternoon up front for Widnes. He and Joe Grimmer have really rattled Kevin Ward and Keith England and had them right in their pockets. So Jonathan Davis joins the towards halfway. Widnes are not finished yet. Castleford drop on the loose ball. Keith England. But with a superb scoreline for the Widnes fans of Castleford 18, Widnes 32. Widnes are firmly in the bag now for the third round draw of the Challenge Cup. And right at the death of this game, the Widnes supporters not satisfied with another what seemingly bad decision from the referee. Andy Courier races across and makes a superb tackle on his opposite number. Now the tails are up for Widnes. They know they're in the quarter-finals of the Challenge Cup. The clock now ticked into time added on for injury. The 40 minutes are well up in this cup tie. Widnes lead by 32 points to 18. Castleford with one less desperate charge, which in the end will mean nothing anyway. Keith England, a long pass to Horo. Well, it was intended for Horo. In fact, somebody in the first row of the stands received that pass.
The outstanding performance of this match. We're £100 of a Silver Challenge Cup 1989 tie has been won by Immortal Colosso.
Well, a superb decision by the people who have decided that Emerson Colosso should be man of the match this afternoon. Colosso, virtually a dozen rugby league games under his belt, and already a tremendous force in this Widnes pack. Here he comes now, Colosso. 16 stones, a rugby union player up until October of this year. Now Phil McKenzie to Joe Grimmer. Joe Grimmer offloads to Darren Wright. Martin O'Fire comes up. A kick by Darren Wright. Martin O'Fire racing past this. For 2 tries. The result being at the moment that they find themselves 18 points to 32 down to Widnes. The 40 minutes well gone now in this cup tie in the second half. The Widnes fans awaiting the hooter. Now Castleford then with a desperate attempt to make some respectability to the scoreline. A kick downfield, but the ball goes in behind the goal line.
The Silver Challenge Cup will take place on BBC North local radio at 7:50 AM on Tuesday.
Phil McKenzie to Emerson Colosso, the man of the match this afternoon.
10,765.
Been announced that 10,760 people watch this game this afternoon, plus another few million on BBC One. And they will have been well entertained by a superb display by Widnes. Obviously the timekeeper has had a considerable few minutes on for 1 or 2 injuries to the players, especially that one where young Irwin was injured on the Widnes line. And so well into injury time now. Castleford just inside the Widnes half. Jonathan Davis brings down Ketteridge very well. Now Gibbs. Marchant. Joyner. Now a chance again for Widnes. Richard Ayres. Joyner lost that ball under a severe tackle from Alan Tate. Now Alan Tate trying to skip through the Castleford defence. The floodlights now on here at Weldon Road. The grey skies on the afternoon. Jonathan Davis then with a superb kick downfield and just a little cameo of a touch for the Castleford fans to see what's in store for the rest of Yorkshire as the Widnes machine rolls on. And so with Widnes safely, you would think, in the bag for Tuesday's draw, we wait to see what the other big guns can do in the Rugby League. Challenge Cup, where Wigan go to Bradford and St Helens play at Barrow. Castleford then now, the spirit gone. They've been knocked about this afternoon and now finding it very difficult indeed to move away from their own 25. Martin Ketteridge, Joe Grimmer and Richard Ayres bringing to ground as the hooter goes.
Good evening, we're at Wilderspool Stadium in Warrington for this rearranged Stone Splitter Championship clash. This evening, both sides both having victories at the weekend. 2 Challenge Cup victories. So already Mr. Kendrew laying down the rules. Always a fiery encounter between these two sides. And Les Boyd and Adrian Shelford will be making up old adversaries this evening. Last time those two in opposition, it was New Year's Day here at Warrington, and when 5 players got sent off in all, Les Boyd and Mr. Shelford had a little bit of a disagreement. It looks like it'll be Wigan who'll get the game underway, playing from right to left. as we look in the usual cherry and white hoop jerseys and white shorts. Warrington in the usual white jerseys, then the primrose and blue V and white shorts. Both teams anxious for league points as Warrington aim to climb into that top 8, while Wigan still with an outside chance perhaps of the championship. So it's Joe Lydon, Wigan centre, who'll get the game underway. And this Stones Bridge Championship clash between Wigan and Warrington underway. A high, deep kick. Paul Bishop's underneath it. Takes it safely. Immediately hands it on to Mike Gregory. Mike Gregory drives forward. Runs in though to a good one with Ian Gildat and Andy Platt midway inside the Warrington 25. Roskell, first receiver, driving forward. Les Davidson looking to hand off men. Ellery Hanley in the tackle for Wigan. Looks like Warrington will try and relieve it early on, and Wigan immediately caught offside. Wigan, of course, without Andy Gregory this evening in dispute with the Central Park club. Will not sit on the substitute bench at Bradford on Sunday, and we'll see if his absence makes any difference this evening. First penalty of the game, Dave Lyon right-footed. That's a good kick from Dave Lyon, makes no mistake, puts the ball safely into touch on that far side. Second pass of the penalty, Mark Roskell driving forward, Les Boyd crashing at the Wigan defence, drives in. He's just stopped short of the Wigan 25, and already a touch John over on that far side. Perhaps a chance here for Warrington to open the score in the opening minutes. Sean Edwards and Ellery Hanley both having a talking to from referee John Kendry, and Warrington get the penalty. A fist thrown in the tackle by Sean Edwards on Les Boyd. Gives Warrington the chance to open the scoring. Just 2 minutes gone on the clock. John Woods then stays himself. He strikes it well, but just goes wide of the target. So the first chance of the evening goes begging. John Woods' penalty attempt going wide the post. It remains Warrington 0, Wigan 0. Drop out from the 25 to be taken by Joe Lydon. Right-footed high down the centre of the field. Bishop comes for it, lets it bounce. Bounces awkwardly, but he takes it, immediately hands it back to Steve Malloy. So Warrington in possession, midway inside their own half. Drummond from acting half back, looking to drive through himself. Makes 4 or 5 yards before he's brought down by Ian Lucas. Roskell sends it out left to Boyd, drives in again, knocks off one man, drives forward again. Takes play back inside the Wigan half of the field. Early pressure there for Ian Gildat to bring down Les Boyd there. Once again it's Roskell, swings it out with Phil Blake. Blake kicks downfield. First test of the inning for Steve Hampson, but it's a perfect kick from Phil Blake. One touch. One bouncing into touch on this near side. First scrum of the evening, midway inside the Wigan 25 after a perfect kick from Phil Blake. Sean Edwards comes round in the scrum half position. Referee already lecturing both front rows. First scrum of the evening. Edwards puts the ball in. Comes straight out on the Wigan side. Ellery Hanley gives a dummy. Cuts inside. Phil Blake has him well covered though. First touch of the ball for Wigan this evening from the play of the ball. Drive through, but Mike Gregory once again the tackle with Steve Malloy. Nicky Kiss acting half back this time. Plays it short to Lucas. Lucas gets away from one tackle. Dylan McGinty in there along with Steve Malloy. Stops him on the Wigan 25. From the play the ball looking for a gap himself. Lovely break there from Gildat looking to go through himself. Spotted it from the acting half-back position, spotted the gap and went. Edwards this time looks to grub a kick it through, the ball goes loose and Warrington in possession. John Woods gratefully dives on it, 10 yards inside the Wigan half. Once again it's Les Boyd driving forward. Goes outright again, Blake onto Bishop. Bishop looking to delay his pass, looks to go through the gap. Just caught though by a good tackle as he's going through by Andy Goodway. Blake again looks to go for the acting half-back, but Ellery Hanley and Sean Edwards, the back partnership of Wigan, bring him down. Roskell out left with Bishop. Bishop, he puts a kick across field. Bounces awkwardly for Tony Iro. The ball, one couple of bounces and into touch. Once again, play back inside the Wigan 25. Once again, the ball goes in. Warrington have it with Bishop. Blake this time sends it out to John Woods. Looking through the back gap is Mark Roberts. Suspicion of a high tackle. Referee John Kendrew said it was round the chest of Mark Roberts. Warrington, first real attack of the game, but the referee spots a knock on from Phil Blake. And Warrington missed the first real opportunity to launch an attack. Phil Blake, little too anxious to get things going for Warrington. Third scrum, all have been in the Wigan 25 so far. And Wigan have it. Once again, referee not happy, ball bounces straight out. Two packs of big forwards, both looking for the supremacy. Could be a major factor which pack of forwards gets on top first. And once again, referee John Kendrew standing no messing, wanting both hookers and front nose, and a penalty given to Wigan, which will give Joe Lydon a chance to relieve the pressure. Lydon then, right-footed, puts the ball safely into touch on this near side. Nicky Kiss, second part of the penalty, hands it on to Adrian Shelford. Shelford runs into Malloy. Les Davison also in there along with Mark Roskell. Kiss this time, looking to go through himself. Les Davison in with a good tackle along with Roskell. Wigan moving to Warrington territory for the first time this evening. Sean Edwards plays it out this time to Goodway. Goodway trying to bash his way down the centre. Billy McGinty hangs on for dear life. Goodway still trying to get the ball out, but there's no players on either side to take what would be a big peach of a pass. Kiss this time out to Edwards again. This time Warrington caught offside. Wigan with Joe Lydon. But his kick for touch is a poor one. Well, Joe Lydon a little bit too laid back there, tried to go for put it right a couple of inches from the Warrington line, but sailed straight out dead. Drop out from the 25 for Warrington. Blake finds it down the centre. Tony Iro's there, takes it safely. Tony Iro then moves forward. Come on, leaps and bounds in the Wigan side, but he's well tackled. Wigan then back in possession. Short again to Andy Goodway, getting through a lot of work in these opening 5 to 6 minutes. Kiss once more on this near side to Edwards, and once again the kicking game a major factor so far. It's bouncing towards that touchline and bounces in from Sean Edwards. Dave Lyon unable to keep the ball in play. So Wigan venture into Warrington territory for the first time this evening with a scrum down. But Warrington in possession. Des Drummond taking it, looking to go through. Almost spotted a gap past Ellery Hanley, but it was closed down along with Andy Goodway. This time it's Boyd once again driving forward. Lucas in with the tackle this time. Ingild out around the legs of Les Boyd. Goes out left this time to Les Davidson. Once again, 3 Wigan players in on the tackle to bring him down in midfield. Roskell out left, Phil Blake. Lot of kicking so far. Phil Blake's kick. And will it bounce dead? No, Mark Preston picks it up, touching goal. Mark Preston then considered one of the fastest men in rugby league, but no way past Paul Bishop. So we've been playing now for 8.5 minutes. It's Warrington 0, Wigan 0. But Nicky Kiss nearly finding a gap through the Warrington defence there. Sean Edwards outright with Ellery Hanley. Hanley going across field, straightens up. Well, good tackle from Mike Gregory along with Steve Malloy. Couple of tackles left. Sean Edwards goes on the far side. Tony Iro. Iro finally brought down by Les Boyd. Goes back this time. Little shimmy from Lydon, who then puts another deep kick. Lots of kicking so far. Not a terribly gusty wind to speak of. Slight breeze, but not in really anybody's favour. Drummond finds a gap down the centre. Drummond now moving in field, looking to go through his man on the outside. Good cover tackle coming across from Joe Lydon. First real chink in the arm and fouled by Des Drummond. Warrington with Mark Roberts beats one man. Stopped on the halfway line this time by Sean Edwards and Ian Gilnat. That's certainly won this round about 8,000 crowned up as he goes across the line. McGinty, Mike Gregory, slip pass now to Johnny Woods. Woods back to Mike Gregory. Good stuff here for Warrington. Certainly throwing it about now there. Mike Gregory takes play back inside the Wigan half of the field. Woods plays it short to Boyd, out to Malloy. But that Warrington attack comes to an end with a scrum down 10 yards inside the Wigan half. Got a lovely break there from Des Drummond. What a good tackle coming across from John Lydon to stop him. And once again, referee John Kendall having trouble with these front rows. And he's calling over Les Boyd and Mike Gregory, which will give Wigan the penalty. Referee, 10 minutes gone, no score. Adrian Shelford, first receiver, drives forward. Ray Warrington plays on the attack this time. Goes short to Lucas. Lucas drives in. Good tackle coming in from McGinty and Malloy. Switch this time with Sean Edwards. Edwards jinks one way, shimmers another, but a good tackle from Les Boyd. Might run into a blip roll there, Sean Edwards. Goes right with Lydon once again. The kick comes in. And once again, it's a good kick from John Lydon. Takes play midway inside the Warrington 25. So certainly that's been the feature of these opening stages. The tactical kicking on both sides. John Lydon and Phil Blake. Both trying to peg each other back with long raking kicks. Once again, these scrums causing a major problem. Boyd, Roskell and Malloy. Kish, Shelford and Lucas. Warrington have it. Paul Williamson. So Warrington now to drive it out of their own 25 with Phil Blake. Warrington, of course, without Steve Roach, who returned back to Australia yesterday. Phil Blake scrambles another extra 2 or 3 yards. This time, driving forward, Steve Malloy. Once again, looks like a kick coming in from Dave Lyon this time. Lyon kicks downfield. Mark Preston going back for the kick and takes it well. Mark Preston then. Mark Preston going across field. Gets away from one man, looking to get a pass away. But a good tackle coming in from John Woods. Kevin Iro from the play the ball, moves forward himself. Takes play 2 or 3 yards forward. Goes across field with Edwards. Edwards straightens up. Look to duck under a tackle from Les Davison, but there's no way through. Matt Gregory covering also for the wire. Hanley this time. Dummies, shimmies, goes across field. Still Harry Hanley. Hanley stopped 7 or 8 yards short of the halfway line. Once again, the kick come in from Lydon. Des Drummond juggles with it. Luckily goes behind him. Finally picks it up safely. Got Mark Preston in front of him and Andy Goodway. And they bring him down just inside his own 25. Mark Roberts. But some good play from Ian Lucas. Warrington this time with Les Davidson. Davidson gets a pass back to Phil Blake. But Ellery Hanley immediately upon him. This time it's McGinty. McGinty drives forward. Good driving run from McGinty. Ellery Hanley having to hang on there for dear life to stop McGinty driving forward. Once again a kick comes in. This time it's Dave Lyon. Lyon. It's a good one. Hampton's there. Takes it well. Steve Hampton then trying to set Wigan back on the attack. But good tackle from Paul Williamson over on that far side. Kevin Iro to his brother Tony. Tony going across field. Followed all the way by Les Boyd. Coming up to 15 minutes gone, Nicky Kiss. Edwards again. But for support, finds it from Hanley. Kevin Iro drops it. Much to the happiness of the Warrington supporters. So, Warrington 0, Wigan 0. Much more defensive game, lots of tactical kicking. No real clear-cut chances to talk of so far. Ball goes in, Warrington in possession with Phil Blake. Blake looking to go through himself, runs straight at Hanley. Plays it to himself, moves forward again, looks to get past Kevin Iro, still Phil Blake Scrambles an extra 2 or 3 yards before he's finally brought down. Warrington then chance to launch an attack this side with Les Davidson. Davidson lost his support, finds it from Roskell. Roskell trying to turn back in the tackle, but the ball just smothered by Nicky Kiss. Warrington then 23 yards out, 3 tackles left with Bishop. Bishop looks for the dummy, comes back inside, hands it on to Steve Malloy. Malloy drives forward. On the wire! Goes out right with Boyd. Boyd drives forward, runs at Shelford. Once again, 3 Wigan players on him. Last tackle. 15 yards out, Paul Bishop. But the drop goal attempt from Bishop goes wide. Still, it's Warrington 0, Wigan 0. For Warrington's first sustained period of pressure comes to nothing. Andy Goodway bringing it away for Wigan. From the play the ball this time, Gildart looking to skip inside. Going across field this time, and chances here now for Ian Gildart, driving forward, but a good cover tackle coming in from Paul Bishop. Chances here now for Wigan. Nicky Kiss swings it out right with Lydon. Hampson though slips as he's about to meet Mike Gregory, immediately pounced upon by Steve Malloy. Goes on the blind side with Lydon, kicks downfield. Dave Lyons there, bounces up sweetly for him. Dave Lyons then moves forward, beats one man, clears the 25 before he's stopped. Tony Iron then tackle for Wigan. Paul Williamson makes a couple of extra yards then for Warrington. Crowd screaming for offside. Les Davidson drives forward. Kick again from Phil Blake. It's a deep one, but the ball will bounce dead and play will restart from the 25 yard with a Wigan tap. Once again, Nicky Kiss leaves it in fact to Edwards. Driving forward, Ian Lucas makes a good 7 or 8 yards before he's stopped. Goes out right, this time driving it forward is Adrian Shelford. Shelford, lovely flick pass out, but Kevin Iro couldn't take it. Tony Iro dives on it, but the ball bounces into touch. So Shelford there trying to be a little bit too over elaborate.